So I'm so super excited to have you ladies here. We're back for another episode of Creating Better Lives podcast today, and we're excited to have Kelsi from Langley Animal Protection Society. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
The vivacious and the most talented Veronica. Veronica's Pierogies is here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And last but not least, our Tillie of Canucks Autism Network, also known as CAN. Thank you for joining us, Tillie.
Thank you for having me.
So on Sunday, April 6th, we all came together to support the Canucks Autism Network Bottle Drive. My family, myself, my team organizes this every year. That was our 7th annual Bottle Drive. Your support was extremely instrumental, so thank you very much for being there, not knowing what you guys were getting into, and still
True
did
story.
an amazing job. Thank you. So before we dive into that whole experience of April 6th with the weather and such, why don't we chat a little bit about who you folks are and why you do what you do? Okay. So Kelsi, you're with the Langley Animal Protection Society, also known as LAPS. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your connection to LAPS?
For sure. Like you said, I'm with Langley Animal Protection Society. I have been there for 3 years, actually. I started off as the volunteer coordinator and moved my way up to director of development last year. LAPS is so much more than just an animal shelter. We do so much more than adopting out animals. We have seen a huge uptake of folks really needing support in the community. And we offer spay and neuter programs for residents of Langley and Aldergrove. We have 20 every month that they can come in and grab for free, no cost. We've got compassion boarding where we will take people's pets. So if they're fleeing domestic violence, they're going into treatment for drug addiction, or they're going in for treatment for cancer, let's say. Wow. We will board their pets no charge for as long as they need. We have a Patty Dale Food Bank that is completely supported by our donors, and we have about 8 to 10 folks coming in every day.
Wow.
Yeah, we will supplement cat food, dog food, or litter supplies. Really anything we have that we can share, we'll pass along. And that is just incredible that people are so brave to come and ask for help. And
no kidding.
We're
This
here
is
to
really
help.
Good to know.
Yeah.
It is.
I had no
it
idea.
is.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's what I was saying to Kelsi, was that I had absolutely no clue that besides the adoptable pet program, that you folks actually had all these other programs. Like, let's talk about Major's Legacy Fund.
It's amazing.
Right?
That
For
is
subsidizing veterinary care.
Yeah, we do subsidized vet care, so up to $1,500. And that is a program that started from one of our amazing supporters, Elizabeth Smith, in memory of her dog, Major. She didn't ever want anybody to have a roadblock in getting their pets treatment or health that they needed. So it's there's so much more to LAPS than just adopting animals.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that, because like I had told you, I had no clue. So I think that's important for everybody to know that you have all these programs aside from what the obvious is.
Yeah.
LAPS is a nonprofit.
We are.
And how can this community support LAPS?
Yeah. Great way to support is subscribing to our newsletters, following us on social media, sharing our posts. Becoming a monthly donor is huge. Or even, dropping off unopened cat or dog food for our pet food bank. Really any way that, you can give back. Even volunteering is a great way to get involved and to give back. Every little bit counts.
It does. It does. And I kind of want to quickly just touch on it, was our kennel breakout session or, event that we had.
Yes.
Could you just touch on that
Definitely.
a little bit?
Thank you for being a part of that, you and
course.
Veronica.
That was
We have, I think it was our third year, fourth year for our Kennel Breakout
Right.
fundraiser. So what we do is we lock up community members or influencers in with the kennels with the animals, which is
Literally
super
lock
fun.
them in?
Lock them
Lock
in.
them in.
Nice.
Yeah.
The animal.
Yeah,
Love
locked
that.
in the kennel, so you get the full experience.
Wow.
And the goal is for those folks to peer-to-peer fundraise. So they set a goal, and then they have a month to come up with that. A lot of them do a lot of fundraising day of, but it's a really fun event for the community.
so good.
And we
It
had
was so much fun.
Oh, it
we had
sounds
such a good
fun.
time.
yeah. The police and fire challenge was awesome with Dennis and Bruce. And
That's right.
and then this year we chopped it off with like a pie in the face. Everyone was involved. Yeah, so that will be definitely a tradition from now on.
And the goal was $20,000. And what did
Yes.
we end up raising?
Round 33.
There you
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Incredible, the support from the community, and thank you both for being a part of it. It was great.
Of course, you're so welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us a
Yeah.
part of it. That was great. What else did I want to? Oh, the golf tournament.
Yes, we have
Yeah.
our upcoming golf tournament on June 20th, Fort Langley Golf Course. This year, our goal is $80,000, so we're really
Wow.
excited to have this going on again. Last year, we raised $72,000, and it was the only rainy day in June.
Of course.
To say I was slightly panicked.
Kind of
the
like
morning.
our bottle drive.
Yes.
Kinda.
Yeah, rain doesn't scare me anymore. We are, if it's a rainy day, I don't know. I mean, nothing really can stop the flow, the energy
Right.
of the day. So it's the only golf tournament you can attend, and there's puppies and kittens and
my
the dogs,
goodness.
adoptable dogs. We take them around on the golf carts. It's really fun.
Yes.
And we're
gonna be
gearing up for that. We're excited for that one this
Right
year.
on.
Yeah.
So what we'll do at the end of the episode is give everybody links
Sure.
on how they can be a part of the breakout sessions
Yeah.
next year, the golf tournament, and how they
Perfect.
can become monthly donors. And could you remind us where the location
Yeah,
is for
we
that?
are on 56th Avenue. I always like to say near the 264th exit, sort of near Clearview Garden Center. So
Right,
yeah.
right. So in
Yeah.
Alder Grove.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And we'll have the address there for everybody as well.
Perfect.
So thank you so much for that. Veronica,
Yes.
can we talk?
Yeah, we could talk.
Tell us about yourself and what you do.
Okay, so I'm Veronica Cave. I'm the owner of Veronica's Gourmet Pierogies. My background was actually a Canadian custom broker working on 176. I know everyone kind of looks at me, what?
Wow.
Was there for 27 years.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I've got, I know about tariffs. I know about NAFTA. Believe me, I still have the numbers in my head. So my background is also Ukrainian. My grandparents did settle in Grand Forks, and that's where they were known through the Kootenays cooking up there with, the borscht and the pierogies and that sort of thing. So after they had passed on, nobody in the family had time because we all had kids and raising family and working full time. But
Took over the legacy.
it kind of worked out that way. But how it started is at work. We were doing a fundraiser for a family in need. And I said, why, instead of doing hot dogs, let's do pierogies. So I went home and cooked in little tiny pots and made pierogies, and we sold them for lunches at the border, and 100% of that went back to this family. So you got to remember, we didn't have cell phones or computers back then
Right.
at home, right?
Yeah.
So people were calling me at work saying, hey, can you make me some pierogies?
Yeah.
So it just kind of blossomed from there. So after many years of taking the holidays from work, I would spend making pierogies at home. So I just kind of evolved from there, where my husband saw a potential and said, there's a place in Alder Grove that's, up for lease. Why don't you sign the paperwork?
Incredible.
So I was a little scared at first. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll do it.
Well, what do they say? If it doesn't excite you and you're a little bit fearful, then it's not worth it. So-
Yes, but I knew in my heart I couldn't walk away from everybody that I was doing this for, because I was delivering pierogies before work, after work, and during lunch hour at McDonald's in White Rock. I with my little blue Sprint with a cooler on top, and people would come. So, and then, delivering pierogies in Chilliwack and Mission and places like that. So I was not realizing I was growing my business, right? So I was doing it because I just loved doing it. And I had so many people that was supporting me at the same time. So when my husband said, you need to sign this paperwork. So I did. I was only open for 9 hours a week because I got to work full time, right? And I have to look after my kids and make pierogies. So It took about 7 years for me to really create this business.
And you've done a phenomenal job.
thank you.
I mean, you are so well known in our community.
It took a lot, believe me.
And
It took a lot.
of course, nothing comes easy, right? And you've done an amazing job.
So I was very lucky to be able to quit my job and do this full time. And I wish I would have done it 20 years ago because I loved it. But I'm really big for the community. I got involved.
Yeah. So let's talk about that, because you have supported us with our Santa pictures that we held back in end of November.
Yeah.
For the community, and you were so graciously on board. This was our first time we collaborated, and everybody was like going crazy for your pierogies. I mean, that was the first time I tried them, and I was like, wow. So you obviously had support with your business, but it started out you supporting is how it came about.
Yes.
So now it's come full circle, and you're giving back to this community like tenfold. Why?
Why?
Like, what's your biggest why, aside from where you are today? But what's your...
I just can't say no.
Yeah.
I just can't do that. You
Your
know,
heart's so big.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, for Laps and for Ken, for yourself, even with the schools, we do a lot of fundraising with the schools. We're also, you know, doing what we can for the Starfish Backpack Program in Aldergrove. You know, we just got to find a way to help everybody out, right? And if we can do it through food and that makes people happy, then we can do that. Right?
And that fills your cup so much, too.
Does.
Yeah, you so enjoy what you do. So we do
Thank you.
appreciate that. So what's next for Veronica's Pierogies?
Well, I'm going to get a new van because the van I have now is just not working. Because I'm really trying hard to get to A to B, but working on getting a new van and hope to get it wrapped. So that's my goal.
I'll help you with that.
That's a big one for us. That's a really big one for us because we want to be able to drive around our local, you know, the mainland here or lower mainland and promote by driving.
Absolutely.
Yeah, which is important. But other than that, I'm going to be a grandmother for the first time. I'm so excited. My daughter thinks I'm over the top.
Never. No.
Aside from pierogies.
Just so because we found out we're having a baby girl. We're having a baby girl.
Of course, the family.
So I was able to attend the when they were doing the ultrasound, and I was it didn't care to me what it was, right? I was just happy to know that I can go shopping, right? Because that was my big thing. Because you can't, you know, you don't want to buy pink and find out you got to get blue. Yeah. So I ended up making these wonderful little onesies because I had to. So my granddaughter is gonna.
What does that say?
It says,
Baba.
Baba makes
Baba.
the best pierogi. Fight me. And then the other one is...
those are going to be popular.
yeah.
Those are adorable.
And I just went online and picked up those T-shirt felts, but I'm going to put them into production because everyone just loves them. And this one's Baba's Pierogies are the ultimate baby fuel, which I thought was kind of cute. And then this one is, which one? I'll trade my pacifier for pierogies. Because who wouldn't, right?
Right?
Got to get her started.
They're really good material, too.
They are. They're really nice. And then this one says my first word might be pierogi. So,
Oh my goodness.
we got a lot of work ahead of ourselves.
Amazing.
But,
That's amazing.
Yeah. Sure.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
And again, you know, you being a part of the all of the events that we do that are strictly always in support of Canucks Autism Network. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. So does our family and our community, and Can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tillie.
Hello.
Hello. Your unwavering dedication to supporting fundraising events for Can is incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're always out there. Your incredible creativity. You're just wanting to be a part of it. Each time that we've done an event, you've never, not been there.
Not been there,
right?
yeah.
And you're volunteers. You collect your
Yes,
troops, and we
I
are so
do.
gracious. And yeah, you're a machine.
Thank you. You're making me cry.
I tissue. Could you tell us about yourself and your role with CAN?
Thank you. Well, thank you for having me, first of all, and thank you all, ladies, for being here. I'm the fundraising event specialist at Canucks Autism Network. So one of my many, many roles is to raise money for programs for CAN. Mm-hmm. And this also gives me the privilege and the opportunity to work with community partners, with incredible families. And one of our main goals, like honestly, every event I have, every conversation that I have, it's always about the partnerships, and we're all working towards one goal, which is that to have every autistic individual to be understood, accepted, and supported in all community spaces. So we all work, if we all work together, we can get there. And I've been with CAN for, this will be my 8th year. And honestly, I just love it. I love what I do.
I remember the day I met you.
Yeah, I come from a corporate world for 32 years.
Right.
And one day it was just, it's time to do something different, something that was good for the soul and for the heart. And wish I would have done it, like you said earlier, Veronica, I wish I would have done it way earlier, because it's so rewarding. And it's, I use the word family all the time. So it's like a new family.
You're like the perfect person
Thank
for
you.
this role.
It's making me cry.
You're going to make me cry. Stop it.
Stop it.
So, and you have been from the get-go, when you first started, were you in charge of the events? Or
Yeah,
was that
so
kind of
I in the corporate universe, I was an event coordinator for big, large scale corporate events and trade shows and so on. So when I decided to take a break from all of that,
That's why you're so good at putting on
and
these
just
events, yeah.
it was just a different world, you know. And then this job, I think, just very organically found me, because I don't think I even was aware of what CAN was before I started there. And it was wonderful because it just organically found me. I have worked with Ryan Yao for the whole time. Him and I have been doing this together for like 8 years, 2 peas in a pod. And I started as the event, I think it was originally event coordinator, and then as time progressed, I've just now, my role is to look after all the events between signature events, which is the large scale ones, and then obviously the grassroots, which is, I love grassroots events. And they are the heart and soul. And we're always very, very appreciative of any of the big events where we are the beneficiaries. That's always amazing. And but the grassroots is kind of like my thing. I love it. I love being out in the community and love working with schools. I get the opportunity to work with a lot of kids in school, and watching, I don't know, elementary school kids doing a presentation at assembly about autism and what they've learned is, I cry a lot. I cry a lot. But yes, thank you, Sherry. I truly love it. Yeah. One of the things I'd love to say is just to say that 7 years ago, I met the Saran community. I don't think it's just a family, it's a community. Yeah. Truly. And I feel like I feel like I'm part of your family. I truly do. From grandma and grandpas to the kids, and to watching Ethan grow up. Yeah. So what you do every day to support CAN is not just inspiring as leaders in the community, but it's vital, because as we all know, we need to work together, and like we all work together as a family to make a difference, to make everyone's lives just a little bit easier. So I know we're all crying. Yeah. We're all Thanks, sitting Tillie. Here crying. Thank you.
That's okay. Of course, CAN needs as like funds all the time, and you're very underfunded. CAN is so underfunded.
We are very underfunded, and it's a daily uphill battle for sure, because one in 25 individuals is diagnosed with autism, and our mission is really just, what can we do? What can we do to help? What resources can we offer? And it is an uphill battle, because our funding has to come from third-party events. You know, we are definitely blessed to have larger contributions from the Canucks Sports and Entertainment, which is the Canucks for Kids Fund. It is not our sole, lots of misconception. It is not our sole income whatsoever.
Right.
So my job is to go out there into the community and do as many fundraisers as we can, and not just the money, but it's also just get the awareness and the acceptance that we need to get out there. So we're all people. We all just need to have work together.
Absolutely. And which is a great segue into Elevate at Sky.
Yes.
Can we talk about that?
Sherry and I are actually on a committee for an incredible upcoming event on June 5th called Elevate. Sorry?
On my birthday.
On Sherry's birthday. Yes.
Just want to put it out there. No gifts, please.
Yeah, no gifts. And it's going to be at the Sky Helicopters hangar in Pitt Meadows. Mm-hmm. It is going to be an 80s themed rad party. We're going to have music and food and dancing and philanthropy and just amazing experience. You can go on a helicopter ride. It is just wild as a guest.
Wow.
So if you're interested, please look at Elevate or at skyhelicopters.ca/events.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing night. Sherry, am I allowed to say?
You may.
Yes.
Yes, you may.
Sherry and Sean will be our family that's going to speak on behalf of CAN and tell, and just, I'm very excited.
You can already tell. I'm like tearing up before I even start preparing
her and Sean are going to be our representative to speak to the group to talk about what CAN does and what impact CAN has had on their family and stuff. So it's an incredible, fun night.
Be a part of it.
Yes.
For sure. We're excited.
Thank you.
Last year was our first year
inaugural.
as a committee and the first time that we launched that event. We all didn't know exactly how we were going to do it.
No.
But it was an aviation theme, so kind of like a Top Gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Top Gun?
Yep.
Yeah, Top Gun. Why am I thinking it doesn't sound right?
I know.
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
You know. It was a Top Gun theme, and, people dressed up.
Everybody was dressed up. You just forget how much, adults, we love to get dressed up.
Oh.
So can you see the 80s? This is going to be...
The 80s is going to be
sounds
crazy.
really good.
Right?
So we sold out last year.
Yep. Wow.
Yes, our first year of doing the event, we sold out. 100% sellout.
Yeah.
And I think this year, we're
moving
almost
fast.
selling out on our VIP tickets, which is the helicopter ride tickets. And people are like so excited. So Sherry, what are you guys going to wear?
I know, everybody.
I can't tell you. I like to really surprise the crowd, like as if I'm gonna, I don't know. Mine's probably going to be like everybody else, but people are excited.
Yep,
People are
very
getting really excited, right? So,
and the wonderful thing is, again, the community has come out and they support us with this event in many, many ways, as in the Sky Helicopters is giving us the venue at no cost. Wow. We have incredible partners that are stepping up and doing a gifts in kind, which then takes our costs, as you know, let's eliminate as many costs as we can. So it's definitely a community event. It is so fun, and the food's going to be amazing.
It was such a good time. We didn't want to leave.
No, I know.
And the crowd, like, how you get to an end of a party and it's just kind of just like, airs out. You just have the more people that, know each other, and the rest of the crowd is gone. No, we had the crowd sticking right to the end.
Right to the end, and we're like, okay, we've been here for
now it's kind of like
12 hours. Yeah, we need to go. But
it's going to be a fun event.
It's a fun event.
We're really looking forward to it. And yes, we've got Otter Trail Winery, who's donated all their wine to the event.
Amazing.
We've got, which other winery is
the oh my goodness, Domaine Artem. I'm so sorry that I can't remember how to pronounce it.
Right. Yeah.
They're also doing wine. Main Street Brewing and Twin Sales is giving us free beer.
Yes.
Like the caterers are giving us a discount. It's incredible if you just ask how much the community wants to support. Mm-hmm. So we have hired an 80s rock band.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
It's
only 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And just to make it even more 80s, I have a DeLorean.
Yeah.
What?
Thought of everything.
Right?
Wow.
That's her.
Is Doc coming?
Right? Maybe.
She's our creative. Yeah.
So it's going to be really fun.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
It is going to be a great time.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, yes. So we'll put all the details of that event.
Yeah.
We also have another event coming up on May 1st.
Actually, let's talk about May 9th, the Otter Trail Winery one.
Oh, right.
That one.
Right.
Let's talk about that one. That's Otter Trail Winery is doing an event in Langley, obviously beautiful winery,
Yes,
amazing
yes.
hosts,
Yeah.
and it's a Derby theme that they're hosting. So it's kind of equestrian, like, you know, that when you're going to the Kentucky Derby kind of thing.
Yeah, the fast.
So yeah,
Fascinators.
again, just look on Otter Trail Winery, and it's 100% of the proceeds they're giving to us, and it's
Nice.
amazing what they're doing. They've got an incredible committee, and incredible ownership. That
Yeah, that's
amazing. Like AJ and his team are on fire over there.
They are. Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I have to actually purchase my ticket. Is there any tickets left?
I
for that?
think you know what? They literally just went on social media on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
But they're half sold out or something
Are they?
before
Okay.
they even posted it.
Yeah.
So
That's okay. AJ will have to hook me up.
I know. I think we can. I think we'll be okay.
We'll be okay.
Yeah.
And we got the May 1st par 4.
Yeah. So
event
that
as
one
well.
we'll have some information as well on it, and that's a local community.
We'll put all these links at the
Yeah.
end of our show here and put it into our Instagram stories and such, so everybody can, kind of choose.
Yeah.
And kind
There's
of
so
see what
many
we're all
ways
doing.
that you can support. Like there truly is. It's,
is.
like you were saying too, like just donate. If you just go on to canucksautism.ca, just make a donation. It's an instant tax receipt. It's wonderful. And every single, like I know everybody says it, but every dollar makes a difference. It truly does, you know.
does.
And
And the programs that you offer are throughout BC.
they are throughout BC. They are like in all the Tri-Cities. They're on the island. They're in the Okanagan. We even have virtual programs for a lot of the youth and young adults and stuff like that. Again, the spring programs are all out on our website right now. And
Put the links up for that as well.
yeah, and we have we just launched in April. I think it was April 2nd or something. We launched a new part of what CAN is doing, and it's called the CAN Learning Hub. And we've trained tens and thousands of first responders and mental health and customer service team leaders. And now this training is available to anybody, anywhere, at any time, because it's all online. It's an amazing modules that it's we're the first ones out there to launch this. So it's very exciting. If you just look at canucksautism.ca, it's literally on our landing page right now. It's it's very exciting, and the community is very excited about it, because we do so much with the employment sector for young adults. So
Yes, and we are having Ethan enroll in some adolescent programs.
Yep.
Because of social challenges, emotional challenges.
Very much so.
Body changes,
Yeah.
things that, he needs help with. So,
yeah.
all right. Well, thank you, Tillie.
Of course. Thank you for having
thank
me,
you for being
ladies.
here.
It's
And thank you
amazing. Yeah.
for always supporting us, supporting you. So thank you. Should we talk about the bottle drive?
Yes,
Okay.
let's.
As you know, it's our 7th annual bottle drive. Our family, our team puts it together, and of course you folks have supported us in that. Our son, just a little bit as to why we're connected so highly with the Canucks Autism Network. If you don't know, our son Ethan is on the autism spectrum, and that's our personal connection and our driving force as to why it's so important for us to raise awareness, acceptance, and funds for Canucks Autism Network, as well as autism in general. So, I think just using our platform, anybody can do it at any level, but I was very grateful to have a platform from our real estate perspective that we're able to really reach out to the community for assistance. So, the bottle drive, it was successful. The rain was
It was.
a little bit
wet.
rain, buckets and buckets of rain.
A lot of rain.
But it was a good
I looked like a
vibe.
whole different person. People were like, you sure? Are you sure? You're sure? It was just like I had my hair all stamped on my face, and good thing. I think my mascara was running. Anyway, but it was great. The community came out, truckloads, boatloads of cans and such. So, and we usually do the bottle drive leading right after the World Autism Acceptance Day, which is April 2nd every year. So it's always following that day that we do it. So we might change that into more of end of April and keep it of an autism awareness and acceptance month, because then hopefully we'll get some good weather like we are today.
I know.
Could that not have been that day? But anyway, although the weather was a hit and miss. I think we did really good. We had the support of your support. We had the family and friends support, the community. I mean, we are nothing without the community to bring in those cans and, really, really work hard to get all their family and friends to save their bottles. They'll pick them up. We had a lot of those stories that came that day. We did not... Today, Flowers on 240th was not able to be here. Jessie is a huge supporter of CAN. She happens to be my father-in-law's neighbor. My father-in-law has a blueberry farm in Salmon River, and she is the neighbor. And that's where her nursery is. So that connection has been there for some time. So it was great because she brought her flowers, and, a lot of people bought those flowers, which is incredible.
They're
and
beautiful.
They were gorgeous.
Yeah.
The bouquets are just amazing.
Yeah.
She ended up giving 100% of all the proceeds that were raised from that to CAN, which has been really, really good. We had, of course, Veronica. You did amazing. And, it was funny because
delicious.
it was so good. It was so good. So this is our first year having you on board with us as well. So every year my mom brings boxes of pizzas.
She does.
Okay, so she every year brings boxes of pizzas.
That's so sweet.
We missed that mark this year to say, Mom, no pizzas.
pizza.
We've got Veronica's pierogies there. And the more pierogies she sells, the more money we raise for Canucks Autism Network. Well, that conversation didn't happen. So, Mom, poor little lady.
I was
she's
wondering
on her
why all these
cane.
people got pizza. I'm like, where's that coming from?
So she's on her cane. She's like, Emma, go get the
pizza.
pizzas. And Emma's coming with this 6 boxes of these pizzas. I was like, no,
Hide those.
hide them. No one's being fed pizzas.
Oh, that's so sweet, though.
So we
Bless
did
her heart.
not serve them. So my mother-in-law is there, and she's like, well, everybody's hungry, and, we should feed them. I'm like, no, they're not hungry. They're buying pierogies. Anyway, sorry, that got missed, and it's in our database when we go to do our task next year. No pizzas, Mom.
I love her. That's
Love her
awesome.
to death.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I could have just donated all this money if you would have told me. I'm like, I know, Mom. The Township of Langley firefighters were there with their truck like they are every year. They've supported us from day one. They were right there with us because Sean used to work at the Murrayville Hall as a paid-on-call firefighter. I don't know if you guys knew that about
No, I
Sean.
don't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, he
works
does a lot.
Yeah, he does. He's
a busy guy.
He's Jack of all trades.
That's awesome.
So, we really want to thank the Township of Langley firefighters coming out. Peter has been amazing. He always gathers his troops and makes it out there. This year, they didn't get a call because sometimes they get a call in between and then they have to leave with the truck. But the kids loved it.
Yes, they
Oh,
did.
they did.
Did
And
you-
they stood out there in the rain.
in the rain.
No
complaints.
tent.
No tent, no umbrellas, no
jackets,
nothing.
yeah.
Nothing. So we really appreciate them. And, of course, the CAN volunteers.
Yes.
We could not have
were
done
amazing.
it without, right? They're running out, putting signs out and, grabbing, whatever had to be done, they were doing.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were
So
great.
that was incredible.
I always find with volunteers too, like I look at volunteers in a sense of like time is our most valuable asset because we can't get any more. You cannot get more time.
That's it.
And then when people volunteer their time, it's a very precious thing to
Oh,
do.
sure it is.
And I'm always just so appreciative of people that volunteer.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laps, our first year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, together,
good.
collaborating.
Yeah.
Well, second time
Yeah.
collaborating this year.
Yeah.
But first time with the bottle drive, so we really appreciate you folks coming out with those gorgeous puppies.
Goodness, yes.
They were such a hit.
Yes, I'm glad that they were there to give everybody snuggles and cuddles. And we'll definitely be back for more collaboration.
And did one of them get adopted?
I believe so.
Yes,
nice.
I think Oak.
Yes,
Yes.
Oak had an application put in, and I believe, yes.
He was quite smitten with that dog. He
Oh,
was,
my goodness.
He was.
That young man was
I know.
just
I
like,
wish I could have been like, and take him right there from there. Yeah.
so
They were
sweet.
adorable. Thank you for bringing the pets out. I
of
know it wasn't
course.
the best weather,
Hey,
but we all made it work. And you
Great.
guys, you guys had
Yeah.
a shelter for them, which was great.
yeah.
So thank you very much.
Oh, of course.
Appreciate it. So every year when we do the bottle drive, there's families that have been just recently diagnosed
Yeah.
with autism that come because they don't know where to start. Because it is very overwhelming.
overwhelming.
I know what that's
Yeah.
like, and you just don't know which direction to go. Who do you talk to? So, a lot of people heard it on Instagram, or they heard it through our newspaper ad, and came out. And there's this one particular client that came through. Person who came through who happened to be a client now, been a friend now ever since. Well, actually, all my clients become friends. Let's just face it. I can't, it just happens that way. We spend so much time. She came with her boys. It was exciting to see her. We hadn't seen each other for a few months, and she shows up for all of our programs, for all of our events, and she teared up. And I said, and I'm not going to mention her name because it's not my place to, talk about. I think when she's ready, because that takes time too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, what's happening? Are you okay? Everything okay? And she said that her son was just very recently diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. And she goes, I'm just so overwhelmed. And she's a teacher, and she works with children on the spectrum. So for her, it's now become very personal. Yeah. And to hear her story, I mean, of course, it was, I was not going to not hear her story, as busy as we were. It was just so important for her to have that safe space, because that's what she was looking for. And then I connected her with you, Tillie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
awesome.
We had a lovely discussion, and like you said, I think she needed to be heard, and that's what a lot of times it is for the parents. They need to be heard. They need to know they're not alone. They're not
That's
alone.
it.
Yeah.
This happens to us every year, doesn't it?
Every year, I was just going to say, every year, at least 2 or 3 parents will come up.
Or grandparents.
Or grandparents.
Yeah.
And grandparents are more challenging for them to understand because of the generational, but yes, she was lovely, and we had a wonderful conversation. And I hope that we can offer some resources for her and her family.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
We also have these wonderful family experiences that people can go to, where bring your whole family. And, we have, I think it's the Man Farms that's coming up, where we have the whole place to ourselves.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
the
really good.
families are coming out and just go and have fun. And it's,
that's incredible.
there's no judgment. There's no anything. Just go have a great time.
Yeah,
So, but we can't do that without sponsorships and donations and
Sure.
things.
Yeah.
So, I was telling her about that too. Just come and see, be part of the environment, be part of the community. And, I think there's some good resources for.
Oh, absolutely. This is how it started for us.
Yep.
You want to hear a really cool story? We were at the Canucks game, the last one, that was on Saturday.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
We won't talk about the actual game, but anyway.
Agreed.
We love you, Canucks.
Yeah. Love you.
Anyway, so we ended up, it was after the first period had finished, we went out to grab, some adult drinks. And so we ended up bumping into this lady that Sean knew from work. And she was doing the 50-50. So she donates her time in. So anyway, so Sean says to me, goes, this is, and her name escapes me, so I so apologize to you. She means a lot to our family, because when Ethan was diagnosed, Sean was really upset, and he was at work, and this woman said to Sean, she said, you should talk to Canucks Autism Network.
Do you need a tissue?
I got one.
Yeah.
I want just in case.
Thank you. And she was the one who connected us with you and the team. So she was in tears.
Yeah.
Because she met Ethan, and she took pictures with Ethan too. And it was because of her that we were able to get some direction and then be a part of the Canucks.
And that's what it
Network.
is sometimes just someone to say, you're not alone.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's people that are there.
It's amazing when I think the other thing is that people are afraid to talk about it, because there's that stigma that could be related to what happened, what maybe happened while you're pregnant, or, all sorts of these fears that we have. So we don't talk about it, especially at the beginning. because you're dealing with it yourself first. But when you speak about it, it's quite amazing how much feedback and learning you do and how much direction you get from people and the support. So I always encourage people, talk about it. Talk about it because it will just allow you to heal with that, because I think there's that part that as a parent, you feel like, where did I go wrong? So you need that time to do that, but talk about it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was a pretty cool story.
And we live in a society where there is resources there. It's okay to talk about, you know, and
I've joined up with Mona.
Oh,
Petrola, and her and I she's invited me to a show that's really geared to the South Asian community. To talk about those on the spectrum, how it's an impact, and in the Indian community, it's can be still seen as a stigma, and our previous generation to us, don't want us to talk about it because it may be frowned upon if what's wrong in their lineage, or it's that social barrier, that it's a barrier of how we think. So she's bringing me onto the program to talk more about it and how we can really get the word out there and say it's okay to talk about, because that's the other thing, we hold it in, we fester. So that's something, I'm really excited to be a part of that. And I'm so grateful that she's asked me to be a part of it. And I think Ryan and I have been talking about it. How can we really?
There's also another family, the Sohi family, which is the Harvey Sohi Foundation. They do like a ball tournament every year.
Oh, right.
And
is
again,
that the
hockey ball, like ball tournament. Yeah.
Okay.
Ball hockey. Sorry, couldn't come up with that.
That's okay.
And again, it's completely South Asian, and they just want to talk about it. And it's amazing. Like, I've been part of that event for a couple of years now.
Right.
And it's wonderful to see what they're doing as well, just to get to talk about it. And
I think Sean's reached out to them too.
Yeah. And they are, again, a wonderful family. And we have that opportunity to highlight to also the older generation, who is one thing about that family, as your family, everyone comes, which is wonderful. There's grandmas and grandpas, and I'm so fed all the time. I have so much food at me every time. But it's wonderful to see the older generation wanting to learn a little bit more as well, which is really, really tough to explain sometimes.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We'll talk more about that too. I want to kind of know more about it. But Sean's reached out to the Sohi family. Yeah. So, do you want to hear how much we raised?
Yes.
Oh,
yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So this year, the bottle drive for Canucks Autism Network raised $3,051.10.
That's a lot of cans.
Online donations that day. A lot of cans. That was cash amounts, like just cash donations at the bottle drive. And online, and Showcase Truck Accessories, which are really good friends of ours. They have their business here in Langley. Donated $500.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah, that was amazing. So although the bottle drive did raise $3,051.10, did I say 9 cents before? I did. 10 cents. Anyway, that's my squirrel going on.
I like that squirrel.
Mental squirrel.
Yeah.
So Sean and I, as we do each year, we're going to be matching that amount.
Oh,
so we're making a total of $6,102.20.
Thank you. Thank you. That's amazing.
So thank you.
Yeah.
We are so appreciative of the
Okay.
community and obviously the Saran community as well.
Thank you. I mean, this is such a huge part of our life. Any event that we do, anything geared, like my 50th birthday party's coming up.
Yes.
And I'm so excited. I was like, of course I want a party.
Yes.
I love a good party. Why can I not throw one for? Anyhow, a lot of friends and family have asked, like, what do you want? Like, does she have a gift registry? I was like, people have gift registries? Like, really? And Sean and I have said, no, just a donation to CAN as a gift would be perfect. That's what we want.
That's lovely.
Right? So
thank you.
anything we do in our community, we always have Connects Autism Network at the forefront. So we want to actually thank our friends, our neighbors. Alana and Rob, which are really, really good friends of ours, who drove all around Langley,
She did.
Walnut Grove, Langley City, Brookswood, went to Poseidon Greek restaurant to pick up their bottles. They collected all those bottles and cans that were pouring out of their back of their
truck, the
pickup
back,
truck, the back
everywhere.
seat. It was incredible. So I want to give them a shout out. I know Rob wasn't there to be there because he couldn't, but he's always there every year. But at least he donated his truck to Alana. Thanks,
and
Rob.
she was soaking wet.
Oh, she was soaking
such
wet.
a trooper. It was amazing.
Huge trooper. So just wanted to thank our family and friends, Chris and Valley Jones of Showcase Truck Accessories, Craig and Jyoti Hannon of TD Bank, which are really, really good friends of ours as well, Andy Ellison, Alicia Danda, my father-in-law, Bob Saran. Yeah, that guy is
I
just
love him. He's just the sweetest.
Yeah, isn't he?
He's
He's just a
sweet.
social little bee.
He is.
Huge supporter of ours. Cindy Ojala, my mom, for bringing all the pizzas that we didn't eat. We gave away after.
My husband appreciated it. I came home with a pizza.
And all the canned volunteers. So we appreciate everybody. Is there any kind of last little words you guys want to say? And
I can't thank all of you enough for the incredible support, and I look forward to a continued relationship
Absolutely.
with all of you, and hopefully we'll see you at the Elevate event. Come party with us.
I would love to do
Yes.
yeah,
We'll,
that. Be a date.
Let's do it.
But thank you so much, and thank you for helping us make a difference.
Oh,
yeah,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you for just jumping in. Like there was no question. So I really do appreciate it.
And my husband was very nervous that I was coming home with a puppy.
Oh my God.
I sent him photos, and he's like, "Don't,
Don't do it.
don't do it." Next time.
Next time, right.
So thank you, Kelsi. Thank you, Veronica.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tillie, for
Thank
being
you.
here today
Thanks.
and sharing your community support. And thank you to everyone in our community for your continued support in helping us raise funds, awareness, and acceptance for the autism community. We appreciate you very, 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 very much. Thank you to all of our listeners. So please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more episodes of Creating Better Lives. I'm Sherry with the Sherry Strand Real Estate Group, where creating better lives is our purpose. Thank you, ladies.